to be trap games because the team that lost the first one comes back with a lot more fire in the second one. Is that sort of the mood you got tonight on the court? The Warriors just came out with a lot more intensity than they did Friday?
Yeah, they did. I think, the first game, we won by 25 points, on their home floor. So I think it's obvious, too, that we should expect them to come out with a much better effort. They're a championship organization. And they're not just going to come out here and feel bad for themselves. They're going to come out here and compete and have some pride about them. And we expected it. I thought we played hard. We competed. And, they did some things better than us tonight. And obviously, Steph had a huge night. He's a great player. He had it going. And, their team fed off that. And, I think what Coach said was true also. It's hard to beat a team 2 times in a row. So we knew it was going to be a tough one. We didn't play well enough to get it done, and they had a great effort.
Next question is coming from Jamie Hudson with NBC Sports Northwest.
And with that, Dame, how did the extra chippiness and the foul trouble play a factor in this one?
I mean, it seemed like everything we did was a foul, and that's not me criticizing or officiating or whatever, but it seemed like everything we did was a foul. Every bump, it seemed like everything was a foul. And I think usually that the aggressive team, the whistle favors the aggressive team, and they were the more aggressive team, so it favored them. And, I thought it definitely played a part in the game, but, when a guy is going like that, you gotta send bodies to him and you gotta, make his life a little bit harder. And I thought they did a good job of getting him open and finding them and screening for him and, executing what they needed to get him as many opportunities as possible. So we just didn't play well enough. We fouled too much. We put ourselves in some tough positions. And we just continued to compete, but we came up short.
Next question is coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
Damian, this was probably, without a doubt, the toughest 6-game stretch of the first half of the season. I look at it and say, 3-3 is not so bad. We're coming home now. Down the line, you take care of business against maybe the teams that are not as good as
I mean, we feel like we could have came out of this better off than we did. Losing to Utah at home, we felt like that was the opener. Usually you're excited, you have a good effort. We let that one get away from us. And tonight we wanted to capitalize on this opportunity. We split the LA trip, and then coming here, we had a great effort on Friday, and it would have been great to get this one and go home 4-2. I think that would have been perfect for us. But we came up short. In the NBA, it's the best league in the world, and guys have huge nights, and teams get going. You can be beat on any given night, and tonight they had the energy. Steph had it going, and they fed off that. We just we weren't the better team tonight. And they did all the things that they needed to do to win the game. So, we can't, hang our heads and beat ourselves up too bad. We just didn't play a good enough game to win it. And, we leaving this trip 2-2 and going back home 3-3. So, we just got to get better and, go protect our home court now. So, it is what it is.
Next question is coming from Ryan Leong with Fair Sports Rep. Ryan, go ahead. We can't hear you. All right, we're going to go back to AJ McCord with Coin 6. We'll try Ryan again.
So, Dame, with going 500 on the road trip, what do you think that you learned about this team? I know it's only 6 games in, but what do you think you learned about this team going 500 on the road trip?
We got a group that, we don't lay down. We continue to compete, and I think we want to be a really good team. I think if we come to the LA teams, I think if we didn't want it, and we're coming in the right direction, we don't win either one of those games. And even in the Clipper game, when we got down, we would have laid down and let it get ugly, but we kept fighting. And until the end of the game, and we walked off the court with our heads held high. We bounced back, won a game here. And even tonight, I felt like we never got discouraged. We just kept coming. We kept competing. We went to the end. And, we didn't walk off the court upset with each other and point the finger. You know, I think that shows that we're together, you know, and all of our head is in the same place. So at the beginning of the season, when you got new guys and, you know, you got a group that hasn't been together for a long time, you look for those kind of things, you know, to see who, you know, if guys might point the finger or we're going to put our heads down or, if, you know, we're going to make excuses and things like that. But, you know, we haven't been that team. You know, we've been the team that we've always been over the years. And that's just, you know, we slap hands after the game, win or loss. We talk in the locker room after games, win or loss. And we just, you know, we get to the next thing. We figure out how we can improve and you know, what we see when we look in the mirror, you know, when it's, you know, good or bad, how can we improve? And I think we walking away from this road trip, you know, seeing that we're ourselves, you know, we're that team. So I think that's something that we should be, you know, proud of.